Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the Kaiju King, Quackity McQuackerton, the Angel Lord, TJ.
I was going for a da-da-da-da. It didn't.
I think Final Fantasy fanfare.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I fucked up the beginning a little bit, but we get there.
We get there. But we are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. These were filmed over at Dean's Dugout, which is the local card shop that we go to every Sunday for Digi. Pop off at about 12:30. Great mom and pop shop located in Naperville, Illinois. So if you want to check them out, come hang out and play Digi with us, feel free to roll on up. We'll be over there. Today's matchup, though, features a mirror of 3 Garre Angels. We've got Garre playing his build on the left, and TJ playing his build on the right.
It sounded like you said 3 Garre Angels, which honestly would track, considering that Garre basically like exclusively plays yellow vaccine stuff.
And shout out to Garre too. I'm not sure if I heard wrong, but if you are moving, my man, it was great playing with you. It was always great hanging out and seeing you just hang out and chill with us. So
absolutely,
best of luck and best of wishes on the move. We will miss you, King. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this matchup. I know you both have been cooking up with your list, so it should be an interesting one to see for sure. Yeah.
I haven't. Don't give me any credit. Garre has. Garre's list is actually good. My list was a Seraphi tribal like Angels list that had a Truby ace in there when I was testing all different aces, and then I no longer have any Truby aces, which I want now, but they're too expensive, so I'm not bothering because I'm playing Dexdoru next set anyways. And so it is just gone from testing 3 Garre Angel stuff back to just Seraphi tribal.
Fair enough.
And it's okay. You'll see.
Okay. But yeah, before we hop into the video, do consider hitting the like and subscribe button if you do enjoy our content. We would greatly appreciate it. And lastly, if you want to be notified of these videos when they go live, do consider hitting that bell. But yeah, without further ado, let us hop right into the round over here. You do be rocking them sleeves, though.
I do have the Andrew Amon sleeves, which is misleading because you think I'd be running Andrew Amon Ace or Ofani Ace. I did have 2 Ofani Ace before, but I took those out and put in one more BT14 Seraphi and one more EX-06 Seraphi. The issue with running Seraphi Tribal when you don't have Cherubi or Ofani is you don't have the DP reduction that is needed for actual removal. Like, the Seraphi Ace is a great card. He's a fantastic card. I think he's better than Ofani Ace in my opinion, genuinely. However, Truby Ace and other good things just the DP reduction is so strong.
Yeah.
It gets through Domini protection. Like it goes insane. So when you don't have access to that, you're kind of just finagling. But we see me going up a line here, so I'm able to go all the way from an Archangel. Yeah.
And you're going straight into Domini. That's not bad.
Yeah, Hardy Bone to Domini. I'll go ahead. I don't remember what I spit out here. I spit out a Lux. Get some search. I go like I'm gonna recover, then I like wait, no. I don't recover off of this. I place cards back. Lux will reveal top 3. Grab a Magna and Ace, and then I bottom deck the rest.
Sure. So we see Garre push up with his pillow. We use an Emissary to go into a Gatomon. We'll draw and then recover off of the Emissary, gain a memory off of TK.
And he gets memory off of Gato as well, so he gains 2.
Gato's so good. I remember like kind of bashing on it when it first came out, and now the more I think about it, I'm like, it's not bad.
Admittedly, I think it's good for going up your line. I still think it's one of the weaker level 4s. It's the memory gain is awesome. It being trashed off top of security can do some good setup. It definitely is a good card, but it doesn't do. I guess there's no control that it offers off its own. It's purely just it's just a ladder.
It's a good stepping stone.
And a ladder.
It's a good stepping stone.
Yeah. So he chucks me to 1, which is really good. I have a couple of different ways of removing. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to do. I play a TK to go ahead and grab top card, place another card at the bottom. I'll be able to gain the memory back. So I go back to 1. Thanks to the Pata Inheritable and the 2 TK.
And the thing too is if you swing, he does threaten ace, but
yeah, I opt to just call the bluff.
Yeah,
just to see if he has it. So I'm like, well, if he has it, I can maybe get rid of it, and then I think I can gain memory back. So that was my plan if he aced. But he didn't. So I was like, okay, so he doesn't have ace, or if he does, he's waiting till like the mini swings. So I thought he might be trying to catch my Domini like on lower DP swinging into security, trying to have it crash into something.
Sure. Looks like you're debating an ace.
Yeah. So yeah, I dropped Magna and Jace just to pop the Gato stacks. I'm like, I don't want a Domini with barrier. And I don't want to deal with Gatomon.
yeah.
I was like, Angemon doesn't really do much else. He can swing -5 somewhere. It's whatever.
Fair enough. So we do end up just heavens. So this would just be for what?
It'll minus
12 total.
Yeah, so it's just enough to pop Domini.
Fair enough.
So that's the other thing too. I don't run any like real like security bombs in this build. After playing today, like I would revise this build entirely. I would add Cherubi Ace in. I would add security bombs, do a bunch of other stuff, make it way more toolboxy than being Seraphi tribal.
Yeah.
However, I have like I think 2 or 3 Final Excaliburs in here for the Domini stuff.
Sure.
That being said, unfortunately, they never come out of security for the recovery. They're always in my hand. Which is fine, but it's hard if I can't do much. And I think here I'm kind of stuck. Okay, I do Emissary, go into a Magna and Jace.
Sure.
I'm able to shuffle. I recover off of Emissary, recover off of that to go ahead and pop his Angemon, which goes to the bottom of security. At this point, I have loads of memory. I'm just trying to consider how I want to best do damage. I play a training. I do find a Domini. That's what I was missing. I did not have a level 6 in hand. Or if I did, I just didn't have a Domini at least. I go Domini. Spit out
Angemon.
Yeah, nothing to -7 too, but that's fine. I'm just kind of building up a board state here. Domini ult looks so nice.
Yeah. Boy, I mean, you're doing a great job of just establishing a board presence here. You know,
I mean, I'm establishing a board. But I'm not really getting much aggression out, which is the issue.
Yeah, I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah, which I mean is often the issue with Domini in general. I have to go ahead and Evo into a Magnange here, which then lets me Evo into a Seraphi. Finish resolving Magnange if I tuck a card under. Seraphi will recover something, but nothing to do anything else. And then I'm at 5. I think I was just trying to check and see like where I was at. Yeah, so I have a blocker inheritable on board, which is why I was like, okay, if I set up the blocker, Domini's safe from being swung over.
Now here though, since something was added to secure, oh no, it has to be your security. Never mind.
Yeah. It has to be one of the cards added to my security. Then I can do -7. It is something that I realized that they definitely intended to like have it work with like Magna and Jace.
Yeah.
Clearly, to have like your opponent swing you Ace Evo, and then minus them off the Ace Evo, and then you minus off of the Seraphi. He starts DP reducing me a little bit with the Magna Ange, so he reduces it by. So Domini reduces the Domini by 7, and then he reduces the Magna Ange by 4, and then he plays a Heavens to pop both and keep turn.
My goodness.
Which I'm like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I've lost 2 Dominimon so far.
No.
In my build, it runs 3, so it's kind of tough.
But you're kind of just resolving a couple things, right? Angemon on deletion.
Yeah, lets me tuck a card from my hand that has a vaccine trait. I did not have anything in my hand with vaccine trait. My hand was gummed up with options, 2 Padas, and then it has to be a yellow vaccine, and I had a merciful mode in hand.
Oh my
goodness. If I was playing against Demon Lords, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help me with Domini on board because I can't pop Domini, so. So at this point, I'm like, I have plenty of security. I'll just play it a little bit safe. I'll go ahead and play a TK, just try and get some cycle going. I place an Angemon at the bottom, make sure my pad has something to Evo into. Tap the TKs, Evo back up. I'm -7.
Domini.
Yeah, swing 2 checks. He does Cherubi Ace here, so I was like, well, I was calling the bluff. I forgot about Cherubi Ace, admittedly.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess he does run it. So then I just
Ruby Ace is such a good card.
It's so
I know
strong.
we talked about this already, but I mean, it's just so strong. Being able to like
strong.
cheat another body out, DP reduce, and just
yeah.
Ooh.
Well, because the crazy thing, setting up level 4s, it just sets you up for other aces. Right? It sets you up for other Magna Angeus and Angelomon ace cards, where it's just like it gets harder to control that board.
And having Alliance, honestly, low key is very so strong.
Good. It's very strong. It gives Vaccine good aggression, which is what it needs. You get an extra body and you have Alliance.
24k, 2 checks. Well, I mean, that's whoa.
I'm getting a crazy board state setup. However, my deck's getting pretty low. I've gone down 2 Dominis. I think both of my BT14 Seraphi are also in trash. Like I'm getting low on resources is my bigger issue.
So we go into Magna Angie Ace on top of the Gato.
Yeah.
And then we go ahead and play.
Garrett's debating on the pillow. You just Evo's move Angemon first, then plays the pillow.
Sure.
Just to stop any Domini plays, which I'm like, okay, yeah, makes sense. Good play. So I push on the pad. I'm like, I have to go. He just has game next turn, so I have to try and like answer as much of this board as I can. So go into Pada. I'll shoot up in memory.
Oh yeah. Just debating what to put back in there.
Yeah. Trying to see what I had because I don't have any yellow vaccine cards in hand, and I was like, I don't want to get rid of a resource I might need because I'm running low on emissaries and other stuff. I'm not really seeing them. I think that was a Dominion sitting in there. Kept TKs go all the way up to 7. And I'm thinking about this. I have the mem boosts. So here's the thing. I'll wait till after I finish. So I'm trying to like math out the plays in my head, but I don't have all the pieces I need for the combo I would like in my hand. So I'm just like, okay, well, I guess we'll just start stringing stuff along and I'll just control what I know I can control. Deal with what I know I can deal with the pieces I have right now instead of trying to risk it all on popping something else.
Sure.
So I end up going ahead. I hard drop the Seraphi to get rid of the pillow. Recover 1, just give myself a little bit extra security. I didn't try bouncing any level 5, so I was like, you know what? He'll just protect it with Seraph with Domini if he wants to, and I need to get that pillow off the board so I can Domini play here because I know I have the Domini that I tucked with security. Drop it Evo. I shuffle, and then I have to add a card back in.
Add a Lux.
I go ahead and add a Lux. Yep. And then Domini effect. Spit out a Archai. I continue to shuffle a little bit here. Get stuff sorted.
And then so you would be able to -7, and then on play of the Archai could also proc. So you choose it looks like -7 on Magna. And then Archai you can add top to minus another 4, which will pop the Magna Ace. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And then I add a card back in from Archai. So now I'm just trying to think about what I want to do next. And so at this point I'm like, okay, I've cleared that, so that's fine.
Right.
I think at this point I had drawn a BT14 Seraphi. Oh no, I didn't. No, I just revealed it there. Yeah. So I grabbed that off of the Luxmon. That's what I was trying to find earlier because I was like, all right, if I can combine that with the effect from Domini, I can deal with stuff. But I did not have it, so I go into that for the 2, thanks to the training. You just have to pop the Angemon just to control board a little bit and then pass him over.
For sure.
And so at this point, I accidentally hit the board. I flipped my deck over. I don't see what I had in there. I just put it back over. Don't mind the chaos. Everything goes back to normal. My hand got caught under the map.
Yeah, really, personifying the Beyblade.
Yeah, Beyblades turned me into a different man. A man that seeks blood. Yeah, so the thing here is that I was really like, I was kind of like bleh with myself. I'm like, okay, I could have totally gone after the Cherubius and gained so much more memory. But I didn't have the Seraphi, so I knew I could only minus by 11, and I didn't want to bank on trying to find the Seraphi to try and get rid of it. I wanted to clear what I knew I could clear.
Sure.
But if I had gone for the Cherubi, it would have been huge for me because that would have been a big problem, or even the Domini, either or. Cherubi just would have helped me keep turn even more because I would have had 4 more memory.
Right.
So I would have been big guy, and I might have been able to string a long enough plays to get rid of the other things, but it would have been still tough. Okay, but so just goes to show how crazy of a board state I can go, because I started out with a Pata. I did that.
Oh my.
Yeah, so here goes into a second Dimini here.
Plays out an Angemon, which will then -7 on your Seraphi, which will trigger Overflow, gain the memory back.
And he minused earlier off of the Magna, so it was just a lot. It was tough. So now he's considering what to do. He will go ahead and Alliance here.
2 checks at big numbers. There's another TK.
Yeah. I take the head scares here. It's like, he's getting all his TKs. I'm like, yep. Put an Angemon on the bottom, and then second checks with Pata. Garrett's deciding what he wants to do. Just hard drops a Cherubi.
Yay.
Yep, play a body, and then clears my Dominion. I'm like, okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Jeez. I mean, this is...
So this one kind of
sort of like you said, right? I mean, like, this is great. Just, like, I think...
it's great back and forth, but no one's pushing a game state. Really.
Yeah, it's really good back and forth, but I think it also exemplifies, like, how crazy, like, Angels can be when it comes to just, like, spitting out bodies and establishing a board.
Yeah.
It does struggle, though, with pushing aggression. Like, even though you have this crazy board state, I feel like a lot of times without Cherubi, you're really just, like, either sitting on your bodies or, like, maybe getting 1 or 2 checks in tops.
Yeah.
You know, and then your aggression is sort of just like, if it, like, falters. Like, it fizzles out after you get your big board state, unless you go for, like, what Garre's board is right now, which is just, like, a massive just swarm, and you can just go ahead and swing with everybody.
So the thing is, I give -7 to something because I adjusted security. I give -7 to that Dimini. I don't know why, in hindsight now. Without thinking about it, I think my thinking was like, okay, well, if he A's Evos and I lose DP, the Dimini can just block me anyways and kill me. I didn't see the point in doing it on the Cherubis because I knew I was down all 3 of my Dimini. My other BT14 Seraphi's in there. My 2 Magna Angemon Aces are in there. I have no more DP reduction. I have 2 cards left in deck. And so I'm just like, I think I'm just out of gas. I've lost all of my control. He just answered my board state every time with Cherubi Ace.
That's how I feel. It's how I feel every time I play yellow.
Yeah, I just drop a Pata. I'm like, okay, well, let's just see if maybe I can string something along here that I'm just not seeing right now. And then I'm like thinking about it. I have another bit of analysis process. I just attempt to swing. He blocks with the Angemon. I'm like, okay.
And he
little barrier to keep it alive. Yeah.
Fair.
I play Excalibur just to unsuspend. Go ahead and swing again. He blocks with Dimini, so they both die. I won't get any memory because there's no ace card in there, unfortunately. And then I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Let's go next. Because I'm like, I think we had like 13 minutes left in round, and I was like, I'd rather us just try and wrap it up. Yeah, that game 1 took like 30 minutes. Because there's so much back and forth. We just kept on answering.
No, it was a really good back and forth. I think you guys did a great job at like answering. It's just once you answered, there wasn't enough gas to really push.
Yeah.
Garre did get there though. I think Garre definitely towards the end. Cherubi Ace, I think, really swung the tide of everything.
Yes.
Agreed. And being able to do that, but I mean, you did still pretty good at like responding to what he had to do. You did great control. It's just like you said, you just ran out of gas. You know, seeing your Diminis out early is rough.
Yeah, losing Diminis consistently was really tough. Seraphi Ace just is really bad in the mirror because of Dimini.
Yeah,
he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
The Cherubi Ace is definitely just it's the best of the 3 by a long shot.
And that's what I feel like. I don't know. Maybe again, it maybe just be a personal problem in terms of how I play and whatnot. But I feel like because your stacks, like your level 6s, tend to have blocker off of the inheritables, and then your Dimini you kind of want on board to help you build a board state and keep your bodies on board. You have a tendency not to try to like swing too willy-nilly with them. So I almost feel like sometimes you just like end up playing a little bit more defensive just for the sake of like hoping to build a board state, you know?
Yeah, I think oftentimes Domini does not exist to swing. Domini exists just to serve as like, it's almost like a field spell in Yu-Gi or something like that, where he just kind of sits there and goes, you know what? I'm just gonna give a passive effect that is gonna keep me in the game. I'm not gonna do anything else.
Right. And sometimes, like, if he feels great when he's on the board, but then sometimes I'm just like, you mofo, you ain't doing anything right now. You're just sitting there.
So I'm able to go up into a Domini turn 2 again. I go ahead, I give -5 or -6 from Magna and Jace, then I give minus.
Yeah, here I feel like you might as well just get the swing in. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to push aggression. He has no rookie. I just need to try and like do as much game pressure as I can while he's stuck.
For sure. Oh no.
Garre just passes. Does not have anything else he can do. I just start setting up another line with another Pada.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a pretty good spot right now, but I think my hand was a little bit weird. I don't have jamming anymore. I think I just swing the Pada just to check. I do hit a TK, which is like, oof.
Now he's seeing his TKs.
Yeah, he puts a Domini in the bottom there. I go ahead and I go into the Angemon because he lived to unsuspend him and then swing for the check.
That's not bad, yeah.
Yeah, it does die on that one though. It's not have Bear or anything like that. So, you know, nice little 2-chip there. Unlikely, but it doesn't happen often, but it's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I swing Domini. I do hit Truby Ace.
Okay.
So I lose. Yeah, I pass 3, and I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. And so here's the kicker. The top card's level 4. I'm like, if I would have swung Angemon first and then Domini, I would have lived. He'd been at 1 security, didn't have level 4 to go into, and this would have just been like, it would have been big for me. It would have been such a big shutout. But now, because of that, he has all the exact pieces he needs to do things.
Yeah, we see a Domini come out, and now we're gonna have enough DP to pop your Angemon, which will slot himself back into security, which is not bad, but
yeah. He tucks an Angemon in there. He dies, and then Garre's like, "Oh, don't forget your effect." I'm like, "Oh yeah, thank you." So I'm kicking myself a little bit, like, oh, dude, I don't know why I sequenced it like that, to be honest. I really don't know why. I should have just swung the Angemon first. I think I was saving the Angemon to evolve into a level 5 to try and choke him to 1.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I should have just swung it, lost it, had that swing, and then just like either evoed in the back, if anything, or just hard dropped like a rookie.
It's hard though sometimes, like in the moment, seeing some of that. Like it's easy to see that now, you know.
Yeah. So right now I'm just like, I'm kind of in a tough spot. I'm trying to consider what I want to do. He has 1 security, so I've done a lot of damage to him.
You have.
And he did some damage to himself with the Domini. I go into that to go ahead and go into another Domini. Draw for Evo. I do some shuffling.
But you have to... Oh, you have to add something, I guess.
Yeah, I played for 2. I go ahead and add a card, and now I go ahead and I do the effect. Spit out a Magna Ange. And so this is kind of funny. So I do the -7 to finish that effect. And then I don't recover yet. I have to shuffle. My brain was just like having an issue. And then I recover off Magna Ange -6 to pop his Domini.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, that was a nice little string. That play kind of worked out.
Yeah. And Garre here, I feel like you can't really do a whole lot because whatever play you end up doing, you will pass turn. Unless you go Archive. I think Archive would be the only kind of level 5 that saves you. Okay, sure.
You have an on Ace. Pitch the top, a -6, recover 1,
gain 2
back.
Okay, fair. And Seraphi to kind of get rid of your Magna Ange there. Gain
burns that
back. Oh my!
Then he just heavens to pop my Domini sack. I'm like, all right, well, that's tough. He does put me to 7.
Sure.
So I'm just like, all right, I guess it's just setup time. Because I have 6 security. He did recover 1, so he's sitting in a nice spot. Oh no, I dropped the Angemon to clear it. I forgot about that. And then I gained 3 memory back. Yeah. Just trying to put myself in a good sport state.
You mean the Seraphi?
Or Seraphi, rather. Yeah, sorry.
That's pretty good.
Play TK. Do a little bit of that. Grab a card.
What you mean Seraphi Ace is bad in the mirror?
He's good when Domini's not on board. The second Domini's not on board, he goes crazy. And then I just hard drop the Paddock. I'm like, you know what? Let me just be able to push just some crazy aggression here.
Sure.
For just get some really good security cycle and some free Evos, bunch of memory gain.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I want this deck to be good. I want this deck. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. I definitely have fun playing it. It's just I feel like
it's fun.
I don't have that like oomph to like really do anything. I feel like I run into the same problems I did with Yellow Vaccine, which is just like I have fun with it. I'm able to do some crazy things, but the end of the day, it just like fizzles out.
Yeah. So he doesn't have anything else. He's worried about the Pata, so he ends up going ahead and just dropping a Heavens to clear it. I'm like, okay.
Sure.
I'm checking my security just to see what I put in there, because I'm just like, wait, what do I have in there right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead and put it back. Depending what card I want to tuck in there. Tuck in a Seraphi. God, those Angelomon sleeves are so nice, dude. The foiling on them is so
They really
clean.
are. I should have gotten them when you were ordering them.
The art's good. I was surprised you didn't.
I was in a different state of mind.
Yeah, that's fair. You're that regional focus.
No, I was the post regional.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in that dream state.
Yeah. So I'm able to set up here. So I'm able to go ahead and tuck this BT14 Seraphi to go into it with Archai.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Recover off Emissary, recover off of that, and then I just So I don't know why we fist bumped there. Oh no, we were in time.
Yeah,
that's what it was. We're in time. I was able to game it there.
About to Beyblade it out.
So technically, Tabandai had ended in a tie, but after this, Garre and I was like, "You want to Beyblade do you want to Beyblade it out for the tie, just to break the tie?" And he goes, "Let's Beyblade." And we went over, and we Beybladed, and then I won in the Beyblade match.
All right.
Bladed it out. Couple of champions, but yeah, it was good matches. It was very good control, very good back and forth. I definitely just had really good aggression that game too.
Yeah,
and Garre's a little bit bricked.
I mean, I know you said your build isn't like the traditional Angels build that most people have running right now, which is fair, but at the same time, I mean, you still have a lot of the core pieces that the decks run, and I think both of you had a pretty good example or good showing of like what Angels wants to do. You know, I think this is probably one of the better like showcases that we have on the channel that shows like exactly what the game plan is for these decks, which was great.
I think it also should be a good showing of just how different your builds can be.
Yeah.
Right. Like me and him had very different level 4 lineups. We had different level 5 lineups, different level 6. Like you know, you have so many different ways you can build it. I do think that the Cherubi and Domini package is the way. I think that is the better way to play it. Like in my opinion.
Yeah. But I mean, even amongst our like Angels players, so like you, Garre, Bill's got his own unique build as well. Yeah, I have this weird concoction. You have
like your Angelomon more like focused build with like all the DP reduction stuff from that with Gato and like trashing security and stuff like that. Like there's so many. It's so cool how versatile the deck is.
Yeah. And it's really fun. You know, so hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let us know what types of stuff you're running in your guys' build. If you guys are running Angels, I would love to kind of hear what you guys are running with. Because like TJ said, this is a very, very versatile deck and a lot of expression can go into it, which I think is super, super cool. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. And like I said before, hit a like and subscribe button if you do like the content, and check out our socials, which are linked down in the video description below. And hopefully catch you all on that flippy flip. Bye-bye.
Bye.